Bethlehem holds significant historical and religious importance, primarily as the birthplace of Jesus Christ, a central figure in Christianity. Located in the West Bank, this ancient city is steeped in history dating back to the Bronze Age. It was first mentioned in biblical texts as the setting of the Book of Ruth and the hometown of King David, a pivotal figure in Jewish history. The city's most renowned site, the Church of the Nativity, is believed to be the birthplace of Jesus and is a major pilgrimage destination. This church, originally built by Emperor Constantine in the 4th century and rebuilt in the 6th century, is one of the oldest continuously operating churches in the world and has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Over centuries, Bethlehem has been influenced by various civilizations, including the Romans, Byzantines, and Ottomans, each leaving its mark on the city's culture and architecture. Its location at the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe made it an important trading center in ancient times. The city also reflects the broader historical and political narrative of the region, particularly the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It has been a site of contention and symbol of struggle for both Israelis and Palestinians, embodying broader disputes over land and identity. I want to share more with you about this broader historical and political narrative of the region from an unbiased perspective, so you understand what is going on in your world today and to inform you to make your own point of view outside of the current agenda-driven media on Earth. Bethlehem's role in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is both deeply symbolic and practically significant, reflecting the broader historical and political narratives of the region. Historically, Bethlehem was administered as part of the British Mandate of Palestine from 1920 to 1948. Following the First Arab-Israeli War, 1948-49, it was annexed by Jordan in 1950 and became part of Al-Quds, Jerusalem, Governorate. After the Six-Day War in 1967, Bethlehem fell under Israeli occupation, and in 1995, control of the city was ceded to the newly established Palestinian Authority as part of the peace process aimed at establishing a two-state solution. In contemporary times, Bethlehem is perceived as a town at the center of tensions persisting across the Holy Land. The construction of the Israeli separation barrier, which began in 2002, has been a major point of contention. The barrier, stretching across the West Bank, physically separates Israeli Jews from Palestinian Christians and Muslims. Israel asserts that the barrier is necessary to prevent terror attacks, while Palestinians view it as a form of land grab and a system of apartheid, drawing parallels with South Africa's history. This wall has significantly impacted the lives of Bethlehem's residents, creating a sense of psychological strain due to restricted movement and limited access to nearby areas like Jerusalem. Moreover, the expansion of Israeli settlements in the West Bank has further heightened tensions. These settlements are seen as encircling Bethlehem, impacting the local economy and living conditions. This expansion has led to a sense of being surrounded and constrained, contributing to a feeling of hopelessness among the Palestinian population. The situation in Bethlehem, like in other parts of the West Bank, has led to increasing immigration. High unemployment, limited opportunities, and high property prices due to the lack of space for construction have pushed many Palestinians to seek asylum abroad. This emigration trend reflects the broader economic and social challenges faced by Palestinians living under these conditions. This complex situation in Bethlehem underscores the deep-seated and ongoing issues in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, including disputes over land, identity, and national aspirations. The city's unique position as both a religiously significant site and a focal point of political contention encapsulates the multifaceted nature of the conflict, where historical, religious, and political narratives intertwine. Today, Bethlehem is not just a historical and religious symbol but also a city with a living, vibrant community. It plays a crucial role in Palestinian culture and economy, especially through tourism and handicraft industries, while continuing to be a focal point of Christian pilgrimage and religious devotion. A major conflict occurring between Israelis and Palestinians, preventing access to Bethlehem during Christmas. The implications are profound and far-reaching, affecting not only the local community but also people of various faiths and backgrounds around the world. Impact on Christians. Bethlehem, being the traditional birthplace of Jesus Christ, holds immense religious significance for Christians worldwide. Christmas in Bethlehem is a time of deep spiritual meaning, and the inability to access this sacred site during such a pivotal time in the world is a source of immense sorrow and disappointment. It disrupts traditional pilgrimages and religious observances, affecting the spiritual lives of millions of Christians. Consequences for Jews. For many Jews, particularly those in Israel and around the world who advocate for peace and coexistence, the escalation of conflict in such a historically significant area is distressing. Bethlehem's proximity to Jerusalem, a city sacred to Judaism, means that increased tensions have broader implications for the region's stability, a concern for many Jews globally. Effect on Muslims. Muslims, who also hold Bethlehem in high esteem due to its connection to prophets recognized in Islam, are also affected by the conflict. The city's significance in the Islamic tradition and its location within the Palestinian territories mean conflict impacting Bethlehem is a matter of concern for the Muslim community, particularly those in the region. Global ramifications. Beyond the religious implications, Bethlehem's closure due to conflict has global sociopolitical repercussions. It symbolizes a deepening of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which is closely watched and emotionally charged internationally. The city's status as a cultural and historical symbol means its accessibility resonates beyond the immediate region, touching on issues of peace, human rights, and international law. Economic and cultural impact. Bethlehem's economy, heavily reliant on tourism and handicraft industries linked to its religious significance, are suffering greatly. This not only impacts the local Palestinian community but also the broader network of businesses and individuals globally who are connected to the city through religious tourism and cultural exchange. Psychological and emotional effects. On a more personal level, the inability to visit Bethlehem during Christmas is a source of anguish and a reminder of the ongoing struggles faced by those living in conflict zones. It highlights the human cost of the conflict, affecting people's perception and emotional connection to the region. Diplomatic and peace efforts. This scenario would drawing international attention and impacts diplomatic efforts aimed at resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It serves as a catalyst for renewed peace negotiations or, conversely, hardened positions on both sides. In summary, Bethlehem's inaccessibility during a time as significant as Christmas due to major conflict does have profound religious, cultural, political, and emotional implications, resonating with a wide range of people globally. It underscores the urgency of finding peaceful resolutions to long-standing conflicts and highlights the interconnectedness of our world's cultural and religious heritage. A peaceful resolution to the conflict that affects Bethlehem, particularly in the context of ensuring accessibility during significant times like Christmas, involves several detailed and interconnected components. These address not only the immediate issue of access but also the underlying factors contributing to the broader Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Here are some potential elements from the Afrofuturism AI Engine. Bilateral agreements on holy sites. Establishing clear, mutually respected agreements regarding access to and administration of holy sites, including Bethlehem. This could involve a special status for Bethlehem, ensuring unrestricted access for all faiths, especially during religious holidays like Christmas. Security arrangements. Implementing security arrangements that balance the need for safety with the right to free movement. This might include international monitoring or a joint Israeli-Palestinian security force to oversee the safety of pilgrims and residents. Economic collaboration. Developing economic initiatives that benefit both Palestinians and Israelis, such as joint tourism projects in Bethlehem. Economic interdependence can create incentives for maintaining peace and stability. Cultural and religious dialogue * encouraging interfaith dialogues and cultural exchanges to foster mutual understanding and respect among Jews, Christians, and Muslims. This will help in de-escalating religious tensions and misconceptions. Legal and humanitarian measures * addressing legal and humanitarian issues such as the status of Israeli settlements, Palestinian statehood, refugees, and the rights of minorities in both Israel and a potential Palestinian state. Infrastructure development * improving infrastructure to facilitate easier access to Bethlehem, such as better roads, public transportation, and border crossings, enhancing the experience of pilgrims and tourists. International involvement * involving the international community, including the United Nations, in facilitating and guaranteeing the agreements. This could also involve peacekeeping forces if necessary. Educational initiatives * promoting education about the historical and religious significance of Bethlehem in schools and communities across the region to foster a sense of shared heritage and responsibility. Media and communication strategy * utilizing media to promote narratives of peace and coexistence, countering hate speech and propaganda that fuel conflict. Long-term peace process integration * integrating these solutions into a broader peace process between Israelis and Palestinians, addressing core issues like borders, security, Jerusalem, and mutual recognition. Monitoring and evaluation mechanisms * establishing mechanisms to monitor the implementation of these resolutions and to evaluate their effectiveness, with the flexibility to make adjustments as needed. Support for civil society initiatives * encouraging and supporting grassroots initiatives that promote peace, reconciliation, and cooperative projects between Israeli and Palestinian communities. These elements, working in concert, could help ensure that Bethlehem remains accessible and secure, especially during significant periods like Christmas, and contribute to a broader, sustainable peace in the region. However, the complexity and depth of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict mean that achieving these goals would require substantial commitment, compromise, and collaboration from both sides, supported by the international community.